Welcome back to the only news show that doubles as a legal disclaimer for why you shouldn't get out of bed. I'm the Disappointed Anchor, and this is the Disappointment Digest. We do news bulletins for those of you who actually expected better from 2026. Today, we're talking about political beef over actual cows, Gauteng's 22 million rand noise complaint, and a local Bond villain who claims his free passports are just for spontaneous holidays. It's a lot, and I've already had 3 coffees. First up, let's talk about beef. No, not the delicious kind you can't afford because inflation has turned steak into a luxury asset, political beef. The ANC and DA are currently locked in a pathetic playground fight over who saved the cows from foot and mouth disease. John Steenhuisen recently struck it into onderstepoort like he'd personally invented science. He is calling the vaccine production a DA-led war. Meanwhile, the ANC's Sharon Davids is rolling her eyes so hard she might actually see the back of her own brain. The ANC says they started the homework in 2010. They say the vaccine was ready in 2023. Basically, they're telling John Steenhuisen to sit down and stop acting like he mixed the chemicals in his garage last Tuesday. Here's the thing. While they argue over who gets to hold the ribbon and the giant scissors, the cows are still limping. We need millions of doses. We have 12,000? That's not a breakthrough. That's a pilot batch. As long as the politicians get a nice photo up with a needle, who cares about the actual industry, right? If you want a decent meal or a shower in this country, don't ask Gauteng. They're busy checking the acoustics. While the residents are playing Will the Water Run today, or is that a pothole or a portal to hell? The province dropped 22 million rand on leasing sound systems and stages. Because clearly, if you're going to ignore the crying of the people, you need a professional grade PA system to drown them out. Premier Panyaza Lesufi, or DJ Lesufi as the streets now call him, promised to buy this gear to save money. Instead, we have gig trucks gathering dust while we pay private contractors millions. The Department of Community Safety spent nearly 8 million rand. Perhaps they figured out if the sirens don't work, they can just play a recording of them really, really loudly. It's the Gauteng way, really. Why do something once for a reasonable price when you can do it twice for double the cost and half the results? President Cyril Ramaphosa is heading to Cape Town City Hall to tell us how great everything is. Parliament says this year's State of the Nation address is a bargain at just 7 million rand. Only 7 million. Did they run out of lobster? Is that for the catering? It's an evening of political theatre. It's the one night of the year where all 3 branches of government sit in one room to see who can stay awake while the president lists achievements that none of us have actually felt. We get a 21-gun salute to wake up the backbenchers and a red carpet for the fashion police. It's a high-budget trailer for a movie that never gets released. We're still waiting for constitutional values to fix the potholes. If only we could get a similar discount on the actual promises. Now for my favorite comedy of the year, Paul O'Sullivan. Our favorite private investigator popped up at Parliament to tell everyone calling him a spy to jog on. Apparently, having 3 passports doesn't make you mysterious. It just means you're ready for a spontaneous holiday. The committee thinks he's been pulling the strings of police like a dodgy puppet master. Paul says it's a malicious campaign. But then we got to the meat of the matter. Literally, there was a 2-hour informal braai at the former mansion of a convicted Czech mobster. Totally normal. Just a few lads, some borscht, and a location steeped in organized crime history. He swears he's not mates with the people there. It was just an informal mob mansion braai. We've all been to one, right? I'm waiting for him to reveal he's actually James Bond's budget cousin, 007-ish. It's a proper dog's dinner. Let's end on some February romance. In Ananda, 4 suspects decided to test their chemistry with SAPS. The suspect chose to open fire instead of offering chocolates. SAPS responded by permanently breaking their poor hearts. Final tally, SAPS 4, suspects 0, no second dates. But while the police are busy ghosting criminals, Premier Lesufi has a solution for the Joburg water crisis. If you haven't seen a shower since January, he suggests you just go to a hotel. Honestly, why didn't we think of that? When the taps run dry, simply pack your silk robe and head for the Hyatt. It's the let them eat cake moment of 2026. He says he suffers the same pain as you, which is a fascinating way to describe a spa day while the constituents are scouring the bottom of empty buckets. That's it for today. The cows are still sick, the soldiers are still hungry, and we're all supposed to shower at the Marriott? We're not mad. We're just, well, you know the rest. I'm the Disappointed Anchor. Go have a drink. You've earned it after listening to all that. Yes, you have a shower.